Welcome back. I'm MTG Joe, and we're here with another game with Izzet Drake on MTG Arena. Before we get started, just a reminder to hit that subscribe button on the bottom right-hand corner. If you can, it goes a long way to just helping me build out the channel and gives you instant notifications as soon as I go live with any new videos. So we'll get started. This is a pretty traditional build of the Izzet Drake deck going around. The only changes I made from the last variation was to drop down to 2 Lava Coils in the main and up 1 Radical Idea. We're playing a lot against a lot of control, and I just found that we kind of ran out of card draw. So I know Radical Idea was quite popular in the previous season's builds, in part because we did play Goblin Electromancer to make it a 1-cost cantrip, but we'll give it a shot and see how we go. I've had some mixed results. I basically won about 5 or 6 matches in a row and then lost 5 or 6 in a row. Excuse me. So still trying to fine tune and just learn the play styles with this deck. Play first. So I've noticed this variation of the deck plays a lot more like a Delver style deck, where you're playing out an early threat in like Pteramander and then either protecting it or disrupting your opponent. Past versions felt more control-y, where you had more interaction, or in the Phoenix builds just felt like all-out combo, where you were trying as fast as possible to dump a bunch of Phoenixes in the grave and then just attack your opponent. I've noted like there's pretty much no Phoenix builds left in Standard. All the top 8s are moved to Drake, I guess just for consistency purposes. With the prevalence of a lot more counter magic, having, say, like a Tormenting Voice get countered is a little rough. There's also a lot more Settle being played. So seeing red here, I'm hesitant and shocking right now until we know what we're up against. I'll just Discovery here. So here we'll bin the land and keep the dive down. So our opponent has a turn where they can get rid of our threat. If they don't, best here would if they play like a Runaway Steam Can. We can just blow it up. If this is mono red, it's pretty much the first mono red deck I've seen in probably 20 or 30 matches on best of 3 ranked. On best of 1, it's just that, and Nexus pretty much is the only thing coming in. Let me know though if you are playing the deck, what kind of variation you're going with. It seems that a lot of them are playing 3 dive downs, 3 spell pierce. Okay, so it looks like opponent's also on some sort of Drake strategy. Maybe Jeskai, but okay, so they have the Lava Coil. Okay, Crackling Drake here is nice. So we're going to lead off with Discovery. I don't think we want the land, but we want the Pteramander. So I think we bring it out. If they have like, they've shown Lava Coil as their removal. So I want to keep up the protection for the Crackling Drake next turn. Or I'll probably play this on 5. Okay, so they are playing Drakes. We're only at 2 spells, so 5, it's 8, so we're a couple mana off. So they hit the shock, which hurts. So like I said, I wanna hit a 5th land, and I want the opt as well. So we'll go like this. Play that tapped, and then we'll opt at the end of turn. Our Drake's a 3/4 at this point. So hopefully we're just playing against the build that's for Pteramander, for Enigma Drake, for Crackling Drake. Some of them are playing Niv in the main. Okay, so they'll get their Drake down. It's a 3/4. So we'll just opt here. Ours is a 4/4. And then we have dive down to protect it in case they want to attack into it. So here we'll lead with Drake. Beacon Bolt's great here, so we can Beacon Bolt next turn. So it is a bit unfortunate. We got rid of the third Lava Coil the one time we faced the Drake deck. Opponent's thinking. Opponent charts a course. So they are playing build with Radical Idea. So this might not be updated from last season, or they're playing more spell-based. 6/4. So here we offer the block. We'll dive down. So that was aggressive by the opponent. They have the Pteramander. We can just shock it. And another threat there is nice. So we have lethal on the opponent next turn. So they need some form of removal or another blocker. But even with the blocker, they need both. Okay, so they have the Beacon Bolt. They have another land. They can also Beacon Bolt Drake. So they Discovery. They're digging for more removal, most likely. So here we're going to play another Drake. We have a removal for every creature they have. They could only kill one with the Flashback Beacon Bolt. And then we should have lethal. So we have removal for basically any creature they can have. It's not that bad. Can still kill it. They'll likely jumpstart here. Kill one of them, but then they're dead in any case. Yep. Here we'll just show the bolt. And Xaxes them. So I think getting the first win here is important. We're both going to be bringing up more disruption out of the sideboard. Here, I like the fields. I like the Stormtamers. Stroke. Niv. Expansion. Negate. Probably get rid of the shocks. Get rid of the maximize velocity. With dive down, I think we're probably okay. I'd rather protect that way. Probably drop the radical idea. Beacon Bolt was good there. The Electrostatic Field can just chip in damage. That's why I like it. Expansion copies a spell, but probably not that impactful here. And one more cut. Discovery. I just want to go more control based. Yeah, let's try this out. It might be right to keep the shocks on the play, just to get an early Pteramander. I need more Lava Coils on the side for this deck. I don't like the fields that much, I don't think. We'll take out the Electrostatic Fields, go up to 4. With the 12 threats we have, I think that's enough. Going to them doesn't really make sense. We have play against early aggro. I'm not as worried in that deck. Should be pretty obvious that the opponent wants to play first, but if they want to let us go and play first. We don't have any threats with this hand, but a couple lops and Chart the Course will get us, and we can hold up Spell Pierce to screw up one of their early draws. These are basically redraws for us. So this is where I think we should have kept the shocks in. Still think we keep the Lava Coil. We only have the 2 of them. Opponent's very much slow playing. Second Pteramander. Just pass the turn here. Also thinking of splashing green just for Cinder Vines, like crushing canopies out of the side. The deck loses hard to like Lyra and some other decks. Can also look to play Hydroid Crisis perhaps. Drake's too far off here. Sulfur Falls, perfect. Another Falls. So here, we'll just put out the Electrostatic Field. Next turn we can hold Lava Coil with Double Pierce. They're not anywhere close to flipping these yet, so we're not under extreme pressure. And to start pinging our opponent as we interact with them will be good. They don't have the double red for Drake either. So we're going to spell Pierce here. Makes them waste an entire turn as well. Now they don't have protection up. So we'll Lava Coil one of them. So they likely have 2 Entrancing Melodies. I think we take a chance and chart a course here. Okay, we get more action. Discard a mountain, say go. Next turn we can Drake and hold up Spell Pierce. They Discovery. They drop down the Beacon Bolt. 3 in the graveyard. Three, so they're land off without the Beacon Bolt. Okay, so that's actually pretty nice. They can hold off both Dive Down and Spell Pierce here. The reason we led with the land here was to hold up Spell Pierce in case they had some sort of 2-mana counter. It's unlikely that they have creature-based counters, so they shock here. So they're going to Lava Coil, so we'll Dive Down. It also turns off their Beacon Bolt from hitting Crackling Drake. They can go after the field. At this point, field, oh, they have 2. That's troublesome. Ah, perfect, negate. Let's go with the mountain here. So they Drake of their own. That's worse. I was hoping that they led on these. So we're just going to Spell Pierce here. It's actually good. We traded the Drakes there. They had the 2 Beacon Bolts, so they would attack anyways. Play the line, say go. So they play Ral here, we just negate it. Ral would have downticked and killed Crackling Drake. Shuts him off mana this turn. So here I think we want to try to dig for some sort of removal. Probably discard the field. Probably should have played Discovery. Would have been good if we had the black source. I think we do want to go up to 2 black sources in the deck. So spells 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So regardless, that's costing 1. I think we bottom both. We want to try to find either like a Spell Pierce or a Negate. So they have exactly 5. So they can Beacon Bolt, Beacon Bolt. They can still Beacon Bolt, Beacon Bolt. So this is an older build with Electromancer still in it. I don't think it's as good now with adding in that many threats. You lower your amount of instants and sorceries. Have that resolve. So they can't actually do anything there. So we have the dive down, which is really good. Sure. Should have attacked first. They would have kept both cards and then only had to discard one. Like this, you're basically just drawing 2 and then having to discard to play Beacon Bolt. They may be looking for a Drake. Okay, so they hit a Drake. Let's put Dispersal here. Again, so this is 2 instances where if we had the black, we would have won. We can get rid of the Spell Pierce. So they're forced into blocking here. We will dive down to save it. We will chart a course. Just play like that. So I think protecting it makes more sense here. Sure, protect. Opponent gives us the GG, and they concede, so new version beats the old version, another 2-0, so it looks promising with the deck. We'll keep playing some more games with it. So if you can, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Greatly appreciate it if you can, and have a great one.